Hi everyone, my name's Sunny and welcome to my maths adventure. In this video I'll be talking about the WJEC 2021 summer adaptations for A-level mathematics. Every exam board in the UK is looking at how they can adapt and streamline next year's summer exams due to the worldwide disruption we're having this year. For those hoping for some sort of reprieve in the first year of your A-level mathematics course, the AS level content, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, things remain unchanged. So the whole aspect of the syllabus may get tested in summer 2021. For those of you like me who are doing the 18th year of their A-level mathematics, i.e. the second year, there have been some adaptations to next year's exams. In my opinion, I think A-level mathematics is one of the most difficult subjects to adapt or to take elements away from, as the content builds on each other and therefore requires previous knowledge to succeed. If anything was going to be taken away from this specification, then it would need to be subjects that wouldn't significantly impact on students' mathematical knowledge and progress. So WJEC have decided that the two subjects that won't be tested in summer 2021 will be proofs and numerical methods. Now, I've always had this sneaky suspicion that if anything was going to be removed, then one of the subjects would indeed be proofs. Proofs and numerical methods are the two bookend chapters of the WJEC textbook. So everything that's sandwiched in between those two chapters may get tested next summer. The reason why I thought that proofs was going to be actually perhaps removed, if anything, was the fact that it could be easily removed and wouldn't have any sort of significant impact on other areas of the syllabus. Proofs is like a standalone chapter in itself. However, proofs do show up in different sections of the syllabus, like trigonometry, whereby you have to construct proofs involving trig functions and identities. But if you took that small section out, you would still understand the vast majority of the A2 trigonometry chapter. The main subject that I feel that would have great value for mathematics students would be proof by contradiction, which includes proof of the irrationality of root 2. This proof goes back to the ancient Greeks, where they discovered that root 2 is indeed an irrational number. I feel that sometimes historical context can sometimes help mathematics students understand the subject they're actually studying. If you would like to know more about this subject, then there's a great video by Vsauce which goes through the proof by contradiction for the irrationality of root 2. The second subject that will be removed is numerical methods. This is a no-brainer really. When I finished studying this subject a couple months ago, I thought, why was one of the most easiest chapters right at the end of the textbook? In reflection, I guess it's because you have to understand everything that came before it to get any sort of appreciation and value out of the numerical methods chapter. The first part of numerical methods is basically plugging in values into a function and seeing if there's a sign change between an interval. If there is, then there might be a root that's located between those points. There's also work to be done on iterative methods and calculus to complete the chapter. Again, like proofs, taking this chapter out of the syllabus won't significantly impact students' understanding and knowledge of A2 mathematics, because it's like a tail-end subject that can be removed. Personally, I think this is a good decision by WJEC and Qualification Wales to adapt the 18 year in this way. Also mentioned on WJEC website is the fact that A-level mathematics is intimately linked with A-level further mathematics. So by taking these two subjects out, it won't have any sort of negative impact on teaching and learning of A-level further maths. My only concern is the fact that if other boards in the UK don't follow suit in some sort of way, it'd be peculiar if English students had to study proofs and numerical methods and Welsh and perhaps Northern Irish students didn't have to. I feel that there has to be some sort of equity across the UK in terms of like specification adaptations for summer next year. Otherwise, you will have some cohorts across the country that will have differing knowledge levels and also be more mathematically able to navigate the first year of a mathematics degree if they decide to do one at university. Just because proofs and numerical methods won't get tested in next year's exams doesn't mean you don't have to study them. Proofs are a great way to broaden and deepen your mathematical knowledge. And by studying and completing the last chapter of numerical methods, you can finally say that you have finished studying A-level mathematics. So wherever you are in the world, keep studying hard because things I feel are going to get difficult once again across the world, and this will have a significant impact on delivering the education that we need. So keep at it, make sure you have the right course materials, and I'll see you next week.